convincingly. Benavidez, that is. How you doing? And let's start over.
Go ahead.
Hell of a fight. I thought Benavidez won convincingly, but Morrell put up a hell of a fight and started to rally a little bit later. And this is experience that both of them are going to be able to take into the other big fights, and experience is priceless. So.
What is it about David Benavidez in these long fights that kind of seems to give him energy? What is it like going 12 rounds with David? Put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big old boy, and on top of that, he's got a lot of skill, a lot of speed, a lot of attributes, and he's mean-spirited. And being mean-spirited will take you a long ways in boxing.
Caleb, go ahead. Man.
No, go ahead.
Caleb, I just got to ask about you. What's the future for Caleb Plant? What's next? When can we expect you back in the ring?
Should be, sometime this summer, May, June, July. Still working out the details now, but I'm sure you guys. I've been in the gym, been training. I'm in shape, and whatever comes my way, I'll be ready for it.
Caleb, you want that Berlanga fight?
I absolutely want the Berlanga fight. I want the Berlanga fight. I want the Charlo fight. If Munguia can work his way back into being something that's worth going after, I'll take that as well. So,
Caleb, how important is it for you to become world champion again?
It's big. It's big on the list. The only thing more important than that for me is just making big fights. You know what I mean?
And when we talk about big fights, Canelo, Crawford, looks like they're signed for September. What do you think about those two?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Terrence is not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special. And, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting.
Who you got, though?
I'm just a fan that night watching.
Gotcha.
How much of a chance do you give Terrence in that fight? Obviously, stepping up in weight is such a big jump. Do you give him a good chance in that fight against Canelo?
I give him a chance. Terrence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, be able to find out firsthand.
A couple days from now, we got an unbelievable fight card in Riyadh season once again out in Saudi Arabia. Unbelievable card with headlined by Better Beef and B-Ball Part 2. What do you think about that fight?
Man, it's a hell of a fight. None of us can any of us choose who's going to win that?
It's hard.
It's just whoever got the best night of sleep the night before, right? So I'm really excited for that. I'm a big fan of both guys, both warriors, both killers, mean-spirited as well. And so I'm as excited as you are.
Caleb, having been in the ring with Canelo, what does Crawford have to kind of look for or avoid, or what kind of tips do you give
I would just encourage Terrence to be himself. As I said before, from the inside, mid-range, outside, southpaw, right hand, moving left, moving right, he can do it all. So I would encourage him to stay relaxed, go in there, have fun, have a good camp, and let the dice roll, right? So
Caleb.
right here.
Caleb, I spoke to Shakur at the weekend. He said he's fallen out of love in the sport. He said he doesn't really like it anymore. He doesn't want to become undisputed. He has no aspirations to become a world champion again or unify. Do you ever feel that way in the sport? Because we've heard Tank say he wants to maybe retire soon. Have you ever felt that way, or do you feel that way?
No, that's their right to feel that way. So just because I'm not saying it's wrong for them to feel that way, but speaking about me personally, I don't feel the same. I love boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to become a world champion again. It's a big dream of mine, a big goal of mine, and I'm not sure why they feel that way, but we're all walking different paths, right? So, but as for me, I'm just getting started.
Caleb, I just had a quick question for you, Caleb. Former opponent of yours, Trevor McCumbee, was in the building today. Did you see him?
Who?
Trevor McCumbee.
Oh, he was here?
Yeah, did you run into him?
No, I didn't see him.
Got you.
Yeah,
Got you. You guys had a great fight. I mean, obviously it was something that the fans love. Is that a fight you would ever entertain again, like running it back with Trevor?
I mean, if he worked himself in a position where it was needed, until then, he caught me with a good shot at the end of round 2. He got a BS knockdown in round 4, but we'll call it even on the exchange. other than that, it's from round 4 on, from the beginning of round 5 on, it was easy work. And even in those first 4 rounds, I was boxing him up. Go back and watch the tape. I was boxing him up from the first bell. But like I said, he did catch me with one good shot at the end of round 2. And then, BS knocked down in round 4. Other than that, just a couple punches here and there, but that's boxing, right? So I don't really see a needing to run it back, It was an exciting fight, and he was better than you guys thought. So you're like, oh, man, he's doing... But he wasn't better than we thought. We gave him that respect. We knew he was going to be a tough opponent, and that's why we trained hard and put our best foot forward during camp. But it was an easy night, other than that good shot at the end of round 2 and BS knockdown in round 4.
You got Devin Haney coming back. Going to be fighting Jose Ramirez. What do you think about that fight?
I think that's a good fight. That's good. That's a big fight coming back, and that's one thing that I really like about Devin is he seems to always want big challenges. And in an era where a lot of guys are reluctant to do that, you can't. In an era where guys are really reluctant to do that, you got to tip your hat to a guy like that, right? So I'm excited to see him come back, fight Jose Ramirez. Even though it's a tough fight, I expect him to handle business and move on to bigger and better.
And the bigger and better things in that is the rematch proposed with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
We all remember what happened last April. What do you think if they get back together again?
Love to see it. I thought with the knockdowns, it was still close as far as like numbers go when you add up the scores at the end of the fight. But hopefully we can have a clean fight this time. And it seems like they're having drug testing in place. Hopefully we have a clean fight this time.
Caleb, does Devin deserve the?